Houston by Brooklyn. It's a tough blow for Brooklyn too, not having that like, top three pick. For them, I think I'm just gonna go with Reed Shepherd. I think that Houston needs shooting, they need toughness, they need some more winning, and they've got all the pieces to sort of start, a quality lineup, and they maybe don't need somebody to come in and fill a hole. But what they do need is someone who can come in and shoot the ball because they shot about 36%, I believe, on jump shots from 3-point line last season. And while there was lots of promising stuff happening in Houston under that kind of held them back a little bit. So just having Reed to come in off the bench, to shoot, play solid defense, and then also looking at his statistical profile, just the way that he's advanced stats darling. Obviously, they love him. And you never know with those guys. Like sometimes it's hard to project those guys. They're almost a bit, you don't want to say Steph Curry, but a bit like a Steph Curry in the way of like he really dominated college. And are we just overlooking him based on his physical profile? If so, that could be a mistake. And that's why I have him right up the top there. I think that Houston would do well to select him and capitalize on his shooting and hope he can turn into something special.
I agree here, man. Like with their roster composition right now, and just to be able to slot Shepard in with his shooting, put him alongside these huge guys, Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., bunch of versatile dudes, Tari Eason, to help kind of compensate for his like weaknesses in terms of his lateral mobility and everything. Even though he has these amazing defensive, instincts and just ability to read and really make an impact on both ends of the floor. But that shooting is really going to go hand in hand with what makes him successful over there. Because to be able to kind of create space for Amen Thompson to go to work and to also be able to complement Amen Thompson with his size, I think that's a perfect pick there. And I think that's going to be one of those picks like, I don't know, but he's my number like 8 guy. So it's not a huge reach anyways. I know you have him a little bit higher than me, but I love the pick personally.
I do have him a little bit higher than that. But even if I didn't, I imagine that this draft is sort of flat enough that picking for fit is going to be something that comes into play a lot for me here. I think that fit's going to really matter. I think it does in a lot of drafts. You want to get guys who you can put in a position to succeed. And I think the guys have failed before because they weren't put in a position to succeed. So I think anytime you can do that, that's big. I'd be willing to take a couple reaches on that.
For sure. And if anyone can help him kind of compensate for his like defensive weaknesses is
Hmm.
Ime Udoka and that defense, the schemes that he can draw up to
Absolutely,
kind of help,
absolutely.
yeah, minimize those limitations are going to be nuts. But